let y is equivalent to g of x, the relationship between the random variable y and the random variable x, and here this is the transformation that we perform. The assumption that x is continuous with probability density function fx of x and the g of x is differentiable. Then our aim is to obtain the probability density function of the random variable y. What is this probability density function of the random variable y? So for that we consider a simple case. Let this is x, this is the random variable y, which is equivalent to g of x. That is, if y and x are related by y is equivalent to g of x, then the values that are taken by the random variables will also related by the same relation. Here small y is the value that taken by the random variable y, small x is the value that taken by the random variable x. The random variables satisfy this relation. Definitely the values that are taken by the random variables will also satisfy the same relation. So here we are assuming the relationship between these two is in this way. That is, the transformation is monotonically increasing transformation. That is, if you consider this is some x1 and this is some x2. So g of x1 is less than g of x2 or x1 less than x2. So if that condition is satisfied, the function is said to be monotonically increasing function. That is, g of x1 is always less than g of x2. So that is the condition for monotonically increasing function. Here consider this is y and this as y plus dy. So correspondingly we have x and x plus dx. That is, if the random variable y is taking values between y and y plus dy, the random variable x is taking the values from x and x plus dx. So therefore, if y is lying in between y and y plus dy, the corresponding event on the x axis is x less than or equivalent to x plus dx. That is, if you consider this is an event, so corresponding to this we have an event on the x. So can I equate these two? Because corresponding to these values of the y, we have the values of x that are lying in between x and x plus dx. So if the random variable y is lying in between y and y plus dy, the random variable x is lying in between x and x plus dx. So there is a correspondence between the two random variables. So therefore, this event can be equated to this event. Now take the probability on both sides. We get probability of the random variable y, that is lying in between y and y plus dy, is equivalent to probability of the random variable x, that is in between x and x plus dx. So here we are letting this dx and dy are the small differentials. So dx is a small differential and dy is another small differential on x and this is on y. Now we try to find the relationship between fy of y and fx of x. So consider the probability density function fz of z of a random variable z. So that can be written as d fz of z dz. Is it right? So from this you can write this fz of z multiplied with dz is equivalent to d fz of z. So here the product of fz of z and this dz is a small differential. So can I write this as fz of z plus some epsilon minus fz of epsilon. Epsilon is very small, so this d fz of z is a small differential that can be written as fz of z plus epsilon minus fz of epsilon. Follow this. This can be written as probability of the random variable z that is lying in between epsilon, this is not epsilon, this should be z. It's a small z, okay. And this is lying in between z and z plus epsilon. Understood this? Here I am considering z is the random variable and the value that taken by the random variable is small z. How we obtain this? Probability of x1 less than x less than or equal to x2 is fx of x2 minus fx of x. So therefore, this probability of the random variable z lying in between z and z plus epsilon can be written as this fz of epsilon dz. But here we are letting the small difference as dz, so you can replace this epsilon with the dz. So therefore, fz of z multiplied with dz can be written as this. That is the probability of the random variable z lying in between two different values can be written as this, and this is called as the probability element. Probability element of the random variable z. Understood this? Now, you see the previous slide. See, can I write this as fy of y into dy? Because the probability of the random variable y is lying in between y and y plus dy. Can be written as fy of y into dy. Similarly, this can be written as fx of x into dy. Because the probability of z lying in between z and z plus dz is written as fz of z into dz. So therefore, this fy of y dy is equivalent to, so this fy of y dy is the probability element of the random variable y, and this is equivalent to fx of x into dx. How we obtain this? This from the previous relation. We already know that probability of y lying in between y and y plus dy is equivalent to probability of x lying in between x and x plus dy. So this implies fy of y is equivalent to fx of x into dx. Is it right? But what is x here? X is equivalent to inverse transform of y. See, y is equivalent to g of x. Is it? So therefore, if you transform it inversely, and we get x is equivalent to g inverse of y. So therefore, this is at x equivalent to G inverse of y. Understood this? So we obtained the probability density function of the random variable y given the probability density function of the random variable x. Here both the random variables are related by the transformation y is equivalent to g of x. Here we assume this transformation is a monotonically increasing transformation. Now we consider another case in which two random variables are related by the relation which is non-monotonic. Sorry, it is monotonic but decreasing. It is monotonically decreasing. Why it is monotonically decreasing? Like for example, this is some x1 and this is x2. G of x1 is greater than g of x2 if x1 is less than x2. G of x1 is less than, sorry, g of x1 is greater than g of x2 if x1 is less than x2. Then the function is said to be monotonically decreasing. So here consider this as x and this as x plus dx. This as y. Is it right? That is corresponding to x we have one value, this value, okay, and corresponding to x plus dx another value, y. So therefore, if the random variable y is lying in between y and y plus dy, and it is lying in between x and x plus dx. Otherwise, you can do one thing. You can let it as y and this as y minus dy. I do that. Consider this as y because corresponding to x we are letting it as y, and corresponding to x plus dx we have y minus dy. Follow this. So therefore, the probability of y lying in between y plus y and y minus dy, or otherwise you can write this as y minus dy less than y less than or equivalent to y is equivalent to probability of x less than x less than or equivalent to x plus x. So this can be written as, see, this is equivalent to fx of x into dx. What about this? This can be written as minus fy of y into dy. Y minus sign, see the difference between the previous expression and this expression. In the previous case we have y to y plus dy, now it is y minus dy to y. Okay, that's why we have the negative sign. Again, this relation is also obtained from this expression, the same relation. We are using the same expression, but here in this case it will be reversed. Okay, we will get the negative sign. So therefore, the probability density function of the random variable y is equivalent to fx of x into minus dx by dy. So in the monotonically increasing case, fy of y is equivalent to fx of x into dx dy. Here it is fx of x into minus dx dy. So if you consider both two cases, and if you generalize it, you can consider the modulus. So therefore, either for monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing, we can write it as fy of y is equivalent to fx of x into modulus of dx dy at x equivalent to g inverse 1. Understood this? So this is the relationship between the probability density function of y and the PDF of x. We know the relationship between the two random variables. If we know the probability density function of one random variable, we can evaluate the probability density function of the other random variable by using this concept. So here we are generalizing and we are writing this as fy of y is equivalent to fx of x multiplied with modulus of dx dy at x equivalent to g inverse for a general case. Now if you observe these two cases, if x is taking two values, or if y is lying in between two different values, x is also lying in between two different values. But if y is lying in between two different values and x is lying in between more than two values, then we have to take that value also. If it is non-monotonic, if the function is non-monotonic like this is x, it is y equivalent to x square, this is 0. So corresponding to a value y naught, we have two different values. Or otherwise, see, if you consider another value here, this is y and this is y plus dy, then what we have? We have x1 and x1 plus dx, x2 and x2 minus dx. If y is varying between two different values y and y plus dy, x is varying between x1 and x1 plus dx, dx1, and here x2 and x2 minus dx. Understood? I will redraw this clearly. Let this is y, this is x. The relationship between these two is non-monotonic in this way. See, it may not be symmetric, it is non-monotonic. Let this is g of x. So let this is y and this as y plus dy. Here dy is the difference between these two. So this is the dy. Okay. And the corresponding values are so let this is x1, this is x1 plus dx1, where dx1 is this value and this may be dx2. See, here if it is symmetric, dx1 is equivalent to dx2, but it may not be symmetric. So that's why I am considering this as x2 and this as x2 minus dx2, where this dx2 is the small differential. Now see, if the random variable y is lying in between y and y plus dy, the x is taking two different ranges, x1 to x1 plus dx1, x2 to x2 minus dx. So in that case, what we have to do? We have two differentials on the x. Therefore, this summation should be, or this expression fy of y is equivalent to fx of x, this is dy dx, is it? We have the modulus at x equivalent to G inverse of. But here we have two values, x1 and x2. Then what you have to do? You have to evaluate it at x1, because corresponding to x1 there is y1, corresponding to x2 there is a y2. Then what you have to write this as fy of y is equivalent to fx of x into modulus of dy dx inverse at x equivalent to x1 plus fx of x into, this is dy dx inverse at x equivalent to x. For example, for y is lying between y and y plus dy. If x is ranging, or if x is taking three different values, then you have to evaluate this at three different values. So we have to continue this. So therefore, in general, can I write this as fy of y is equivalent to sigma some I equivalent to 1 to n fx of x into dy dx inverse at x equivalent to. So is that right? See, we consider the simple monotonic case, monotonically increasing and monotonically decreasing cases, and then we consider another case non-monotonic. So in all these cases, the relationship between the fy of y and fx of x is same. But in the case of monotonic case, for a single value of y, we have a single value of x. But in the case of non-monotonic, for a single value of y, we have two different values of x, or more than one value of x. That's why we need to evaluate this at all values of x. So therefore, we can write the probability density function of the random variable y is equivalent to sigma I equivalent to 1 to n fx of x mod dy dx inverse at x equivalent to x. That is, for a single value of y, x is taking different values. Understood this?